Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we present you 50 beautiful retro historical photos. We hope you will appreciate our work. Write your comment and click the subscribe button. Enjoy the show, and here we go. Actress, producer Donna DeCiani, retro photo shoot. The Enchanting Linda Kramer, 1986 photo shoot. Oakland circa 1960, and a mix and mash agglomeration of late model General Motors vehicles. February 1956. Actress Lucille Ball speaking with young photographer at homecoming ball upon return to her hometown of Jamestown, New York, with husband Desi Arnaz on publicity tour for their film Forever Darling. March 1967. On the set of the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour at CBS Television City in Los Angeles. The brothers rehearsing skits with show guest Carol Burnett. New York, September 1952. People looking at fashion model Doris Irwin as she walks down Fifth Avenue. Cleveland circa 1905. Rockefeller Building, 6th Street and Superior Avenue. (1919) Page touring car at San Francisco Golf Club. Tacoma Park, Maryland, circa 1928. Washington Sanitarium Gymnasium. New York circa 1910. Cellar of Pretzels, 6th Avenue. With a dusting of salt and snow. March 18, 1952. United Nations Secretariat and General Assembly from Welfare Island, East River. San Francisco circa 1919. Nash touring car. Across from the pool hall, taking delivery of some Apple crates and an Edison Electric something or other. Cleveland circa 1905. Central Armory, Ohio National Guard. (11 a.m. Monday, May 9, 1910. Newsies at Skeeter's Branch, Jefferson near Franklin, St. Louis. New York City, 1975. Three boys with tough expressions smoking cigarettes. Oakland circa 1955. and yet another Buick come a cropper. We promise to call an ambulance just as soon as you finish filling out these photo releases. October 3, 1925. Washington, D.C. Geo Washington U. versus Juniata Colonel at Central High. Circa 1901. The new post office, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Prince George's County, Maryland, circa 1940. Electric Institute of Washington. Cameo Theater, Mount Rainier Lecture. San Francisco, circa 1928. DeSoto Sedan Cresting Hill. The Jersey Shore, circa 1900. Children playing in the surf at Asbury Park. Circa 1901. Gresham Light, Port Huron, Michigan. A great lighthouse on a great lake. (1932). Bonus or Bust, Orlando to Washington shanty, an encampment built by World War I veterans in the Bonus Expeditionary Force in Washington, D.C. January 1925. Washington, D.C. Man painting woman's back is all it says here. Who can help fill in the blanks? Franklin Sedan, San Francisco, 1927. An upscale auto parked outside an imposing home whose balcony seems to have been modified for keeping chickens or children. May 22, 1936. Warehouse District, Water and Dock Streets, Brooklyn, looking west under Brooklyn Bridge to Lower Manhattan. February 1924. Miss Viola Hudson, the WCAP Valentine girl, who on St. Valentine Night broadcast a greeting to radio fans. Oakland circa 1956, and another motoring mishap, with yet another guilty-looking Buick. Charming actress Sarah Young, 1990. St. Louis circa 1901. Planters Hotel, 4th and Chestnut. Completed 1893. circa 1901. Hillside Residences, St. Thomas, West Indies. Washington Tidal Basin Bathing Beach Beauty Contest, August 5, 1922. First prize winner Eva Friedel, who is either 17 or 111 years old, depending on your frame of reference. San Francisco circa 1919. Franklin Bruham. A car with an air-cooled engine and unusual V'd windshield. July 1943. Montgomery County, Maryland. Bathers on the side of the pool at the Glen Echo Amusement Park. September 1938. Storefront in mining town of Osage, West Virginia. Circa 1955 Oakland and our latest motoring mashup, Ford tagged out by Pontiac. Washington, D.C., circa 1925. Lincoln Memorial. View of statue through columns. From the same circa 1900, batch of 5x8 glass negatives. San Francisco circa 1918. Studebaker sedan off Great Highway at Ocean Beach. This Justin from circa 1900 New England, the schoolmarm and her charges, and the schoolyard chicken. New York, 1940. Crowd at Coney Island. Circa 1907. Bethlehem Street looking east. Bethlehem, White Mountains, New Hampshire. A New England garden circa 1900 and yet another outlandishly attired tyke. A century or so early for the Harry Potter casting call. San Francisco, 1922. Cliff House Road construction, view of Sutro Heights and Playland Amusement Park. From somewhere in New England circa 1900 comes the final plate from our recent batch of serious-looking class photos. this group being particularly well camouflaged with greenery. New Hampshire circa 1908. Maplewood House, Bethlehem, White Mountains. Completed in 1876. Detroit circa 1906. Hotel St. Clair, Randolph and Monroe Streets. Completed 1893. May 1956. Memphis, Tennessee. Elvis Presley at home with stuffed animals. Circa 1892. Woman diving from pier. Albumin print from J.S. Johnston's series of American stereoscopic views. Bonus photo for you, a beautiful retro woman. Lonnie Anderson is an American actress. She is an Emmy and Golden Globe Award nominee. Stunning 1966 photo shoot. Charming Sophia Loren, 1960s photo shoot. Hottie Heather Thomas, 1977, post-bath photo shoot. Stephen at Spring Hill, 1952. (1908) California Rifle Team at Camp Perry, Ohio. Site of the national shoot. Washington, D.C., circa 1925. Girls Rifle Team, George Washington University. San Francisco, circa 1931. V16 at Downley Cadillac Agency. A 16-cylinder Leviathan beached on the shoals of the Great Depression. October 3, 1935. Blossom Restaurant, 103 Bowery, Manhattan. June 1916. Fall River, Massachusetts. Lawrence Burns, 14, Duffer and Picasset Mill, 43 Langley Street. Eye defect. Circa 1905. Euclid Avenue, Cleveland, O. The clock tower belongs to the Hickox Building, 1890 to 1946. San Francisco circa 1929. Graham Page at California Palace of the Legion of Honor, Lincoln Park. "32nd Street entrance, Pennsylvania Station, New York. The original Penn Station in the final stages of construction, circa 1910. Mills House Number 2, Rivington Street, New York, New York. This hostel for poor gentlemen, one of 3 erected by the banker Darius Ogden Mills as lodging houses for working-class men. Columbus, Georgia, circa 1950, and another still from the housing series, showing the opposite of an en-suite bath. Washington, D.C., after the blizzard of January 1922. Snow is all it says on the caption card. We wonder if the absence of a shadow might portend 6 more weeks of winter. We return to accident-prone Oakland, circa 1958, for this view of a Ford ranch wagon that just bought the farm. New York circa 1905. Blockaded cars on 23rd Street. Washington circa 1935. U.S. Capitol exteriors. Dome of Capitol and Park in winter. A tough-looking group and their Essex sedan somewhere in Northern California in 1929. This appears to be the same couple seen in the roadhouse from the previous photo. (1943) At ease. 2 soldiers in a bomb storage facility at Camp Pendleton, California, admiring portrait of a young woman. Pin-up of Susan Hayward hangs nearby. San Francisco, 1924. Piercero Autos at Gillig Brothers. Specialists in bodybuilding, seat covers, auto painting and upholstery. Circa 1904. Cadet Armory, Boston, Massachusetts. Sexy actress Lorene Tuttle is how the seller of this mid-century publicity still described its subject. Matronly character actor, might be more on the mark. From CA 1915 we bring you the John Doe family and their cat. Rail yard accident. Oakland again, circa 1954, and the curious case of the tipped trailer. Fruitvale Avenue at 10th Street in Oakland circa 1956, and yet another vignette of vehicular violence. Washington, D.C. Suffrage Art, January 29, 1921. A few months after passage of the 19th Amendment gave American women the right to vote. February 25, 1920. Washington, D.C. Herbert J. Drain, congressman from Florida, is from Tarpon Springs, which is said to be the largest sponge market in the world. Actress Linda Lusardi, 1980. New York, 1947. On the set board and show broadcast. Back when telephones and televisions had dials, and shows were often named for the sponsor. San Francisco, 1931. Oldsmobile sedan. February 6, 1936. L Station, 6th and 9th Avenue lines, downtown side, 72nd Street and Columbus Avenue, Manhattan. The Wi-Fi is down, but we do have heat. From circa 1900 somewhere in the Northeast, we bring you four anonymous young people who are finally getting their first taste of the internet. All we want, they plead, is to be liked. From somewhere in the Northeast circa 1920 comes this glass negative, saved from the landfill. Presumably these folks have moved on by now, having had what we hope was a pleasant journey. March 20th, 1936. McDougal Alley, between West 8th Street and Washington Square North, Manhattan. 1/5th Avenue rises above. San Francisco circa 1919. Briscoe Auto at Land's End. March 6, 1936. Looking down Pike Street toward the Manhattan Bridge, street half in shadow, rubble and gutters, some traffic. February 10th, 1936. Columbus Circle, Manhattan looking northwest from above the circle, Statue of Columbus. Beale bus station topped with Coca-Cola sign. Other signs, Mayflower Hotel, Central Park with snow. Oakland circa 1953 and another vehicular misadventure, this time starring the bike that couldn't quite dodge a Dodge. October 9th, 1935. Broome Street, numbers 504 to 506, Manhattan. San Francisco, 1932. Essex Super 6 at El Capitan Theater, in the Mission. Columbus, Georgia, circa 1955. Toys for Christmas. Starring zany puppets, a transogram, Disneyland board game, patrician phonograph, permaplast clay and trophy hunt, Target game. Truck Federal, 1918. Outside the premises of the Serbo-Croatian Produce Company somewhere in San Francisco. From Los Angeles circa 1963 we bring you sitcom matriarch Bea Benaderet, whose last big role was Kate in Petticoat Junction. May 7, 1937. William Goldberg, 771 Broadway, Manhattan. August 1940. Port Gibson, Mississippi. The Dreamboat Inn, whose signage advertises anti-malarial tonics and 2 kinds of cola. San Francisco circa 1918, and what seems to be a demonstration of the paparazzi-proof Mitchell sedan. October 30th, 1915. 12-year-old Leonard boy near Fort Collins, Colorado, topping beats. The father, mother and 2 boys, 9 and 12, expect to make $700 in 2 months' time in the beat work. Long Beach, Long Island, New York, circa 1921. Anna, Denzel, Duncan dancing. Bonus photo for you, a beautiful retro woman. British former glamour model Debbie Ashby, 1980s. Charming Natalie Bannis, 1989. Pretty Corinne Russell, former Page 3 Englishwoman, glamorous model and dancer of the 1980s. May 1943. Buffalo, New York. Patsy Grimm helping with housework. Their mother, a 26-year-old widow, is a crane operator at Pratt and Letchworth. Acapulco, 1961. James Coburn and Ralph Tager in our second publicity still from this short-lived NBC series. May 1943. Buffalo, New York. Beverly and Grimm, 11, leaving the store after making the family purchases from a list left that morning by her widowed mother. (1925). A Rio coupe overlooking San Francisco Bay, Embarcadero Piers and Yerba Buena Island. October 1935. Russ Nicholson, grandfather of all the Nicholsons in Nicholson Hollow, Shenandoah National Park, Virginia. February 1936. Narrow Street in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Los Angeles circa 1953. Tex Williams, host of Town Hall Party on KNBH-TV. Oakland or thereabouts circa 1957, and two cars that have just taken out a stoplight. New York City Hall and Park, 1900. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your great-grandparents are? Detroit circa 1901. Windsor Ferry Dock, Woodward Avenue. Steamers to Bois Blanc Island, Boblo Island, Ontario. San Francisco circa 1927. Jordan Airline 8. December 1925. Christmas tree and Santa Claus at Crocker National Bank, Post Montgomery Streets, San Francisco. Los Angeles, 1954. Betty White with elephant on her daytime TV show. New York circa 1900. Bowling Green and Broadway. San Francisco circa 1919. Cadillac touring car and sedan. Bill, Emily, yes, December 25th, 1951. We returned to fur-friendly Blue Earth, Minnesota. December 1938. Negro home near Charleston, South Carolina. San Francisco circa 1919. Truck moving house, Vista Grande. Even for 1919, this rig looks ancient. Castini, Maine, in 1965, on Wadsworth Cove Road. Mom with my sister in the baby carriage and my grandparents. July 1943. Glen Echo, Maryland. An attendant washing the sand from people who are going to the swimming pool from the beach at Glen Echo Amusement Park. Columbus, Georgia, circa 1955. Girls baking. San Francisco, 1919. Shell Oil Company, service station number 27. Massachusetts circa 1900. Bathers at Cottage City, Martha's Vineyard. Acapulco, 1961. Our third and final visit with the cast of this short-lived NBC detective series starring James Coburn and Ralph Tager. My sister Christine, probably Christmas 1968, which was my own first Christmas, as this was the year I was born. Columbus, Georgia, circa 1955, and our second visit with the fabulous Baker sisters. Charming Lonnie Anderson, 1964 photo shoot. San Francisco circa 1920. Oakland touring car at Golden Gate Park. April 1935. Boys smoking log. Reedsville, West Virginia. New York circa 1900. Waiting for the train, depot near Poughkeepsie. December 1941. Christmas in the home of a government executive in Virginia. Oakland, 1957. Accident on tracks. From Chicago circa 1965 comes this uncaptioned snap of a lady in a kitchen showing an onion who's boss. Dickey Family and Christmas Tree, 1913. December 23, 1921. Washington, D.C. Little Betty Z, daughter of the ambassador from China, and Madam Z meet the American Santa Claus, who called to visit her at the legation today. This picture is from the early 1960s. Every year my mother's family gathered at the farmhouse to celebrate Christmas Eve. For a brief few years, Santa arrived during our party to distribute gifts. I was young enough and excited enough not to notice the absence of my Uncle Tommy during Santa's visit. Janet, Christmas 1959. We returned to the Baltimore home. Cincinnati circa 1907. 5th Street north from Race. Washington, D.C., 1937. Washington Gas Light Company, 10th Street Northwest. Oakland or vicinity circa 1957. Road construction accident. October 1934. Children in front of their new home. Reedsville, West Virginia. Alcoholics, Greenwich Village, NYC, 1947. Circa 1940s. Joan Davis Fame Award. The radio star and early television comedian who posthumously attained a new generation of fans with cable reruns in the 1980s of her ancient sitcom I'm Mary Joan. San Francisco circa 1924. Oldsmobile sedan. December 29, 1923. Horse Christmas Party, Animal Rescue League. Washington, D.C., circa 1918. Service Club couples dancing. Montgomery County, MD, circa 1950. Potomac Electric Power Company commercial kitchens, restaurants and lighting. Tacoma Park Bakery. Bonus photo for you, a beautiful retro woman. Carmen Russo is a famous Italian actress. Photo 1981.